Okay, so this is day one, project one, using my Embrilliance Essentials embroidery program. So one of the first projects I would like to do was to make some napkins, and I'd love to put a P on the bottom of my napkin so that they can be more personalized. P for my last name, which is Payne. So I've already downloaded some pretty cool fonts that I found on Etsy. This is the particular one that was the first one that caught my eye, and it basically has a large uppercase letter, and then inside that letter you can use the small lowercase letters to write something. So for instance, for my name, I'll have the big P, and then inside of it I'll write Payne in small letters. And I think that just makes a real personalized touch, because you can buy a napkin or anything anywhere with just the one letter on it, but when you put the full name inside, it really sets it apart. So in my Brilliance, we've got a blank slate here, basically. You can see one I've already worked on for my mom, and that's going to be a Wilson napkin. I haven't quite figured out how to get it to the machine, but it's been fun just figuring out how to create it to start. So basically I go up to here, don't even know what this is, but this is my very first project. I'm going to click on this button, and I can find the things that I've already downloaded to my machine. And it was simply those 3 different things that I bought from Etsy that I thought would be fun projects to have in the future. I'm going to click on Fancy Scripting, because that's the very first one that I just showed you. And basically what it does is it's going to have every single uppercase letter and all the different formats that machines might need. Now for a Brother PE50, we only are going to be using the PES files. So it's very kind of overwhelming to understand why you have so many different letters on here, but there's only one particular font that will work, or one particular program that will work on your machine. So let's find our P. If I can scroll down through the alphabet here, and we're going to find the PES file. So that's this one right here. We're going to select that, and boom, by just double clicking, it's right here on my grid. And it automatically picks a color, amber, which I don't think is the one I'll use, but it's real easy to change that. What's neat about this is I can click on it, I can make it larger, I can move it around, right, left, up, down. So it's so simple to rearrange things here. I want to go back in and actually pick the Fancy Script again, and I'm going to scroll way past all these uppercase letters, and I come down to the smaller lowercase letters. And here, I'm going to pick each letter. See if I can actually do my alphabet the right way. We're going to start with A. I'm going to pick that for P-A-Y-N-E. P-A. I'm going to pick E. And remember, I have to have the PES file only. What else do we have in our name here? We're going to pick the N. PES file. There. And we're going to pick, don't know if I'll keep the P on there, the small P, but we'll get it just in case. And we need to get the Y down here. So you can see it comes with a lot of things in the one zipped file. And I love that I can see it here, what it's going to look like before I even select it. So let's find the YPES. I think that's all the letters that I need. So I'm going to import those. Now what it did right here was basically stick them all on top of each other. So I need to kind of move them around, until I can find each letter. Make sure that I got them all. Yeah. So the way it showed it in the example was it basically had it overlaying. And what I found is pretty cool is how I can use the lines of the grid here to kind of line these up. So if I want to do the whole last name, I can make these bigger too. So if that doesn't look good in the end, I can line them all up, put them right here, boom, 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 click on it, and that's what my finished product would look like if that's the way I wanted it to be. And again, I can move these, I can move this, I can resize them, I can make them bigger. I'll show you another one that I was working on earlier. This is the one I was going to do for my mom, which their last name is Wilson. And I decided when I did this that I actually liked the way it looked because the W is so far reaching to not even include the small lowercase w and just write Wilson like this. So this one really does give you lots of different options of what you can do. You can also come over here and change the color, which is very simple, just depending on which colors you have. And I'm basically just going to use a white napkin and a linen napkin and put this on here. So you can see when I turn it into black, then I don't really like the way that looks. So it actually does look better if the back is a different color, which, you know, I do like when there's gray on black. I think that's pretty cool looking too. So that's an option for it to kind of stand out a little bit more. But it really does show you what it's going to look like, and it just shows you how easy this is. Now, the problem that I'm having at the moment, since I'm such a novice and since I just opened my machine tonight, I haven't quite figured out how to get it from this screen to my embroidery machine. So that's my next step, and we're going to work on that together.